In today's video, we're going to be going over the best decks for the Mega Deck Challenge, guys. As you can see, obviously, we're going to get into this thing here today, and we have not even started this challenge yet because it comes out in 11 hours. Now, the reason why we're recording this video early is because last time we woke up early, we did a video, we got the best deck, and we crushed. But, as you can see here, 18 cards from your collection. That was a big thing we missed last time we did this video. Now we know. So as you can see, guys, we're not going to wake up early. We're going to pre-record this so then you guys can get all the knowledge you need in order to build a great deck to absolutely crush this challenge. So Mega Deck Challenge, guys, getting into it. As you can see, 18 cards are what you're going to need. And basically today, instead of building a deck that no one can copy because everyone has different cards, we're going to show you guys some cards that you want to include if you have them. But if you don't have them, we'll also give some substitutes. Some cards that you're definitely going to want in your deck are things like Dark Prince, the Valkyrie, the Mega Knight, Balloon, things like that that don't have a whole lot of counters but are super viable in this current meta. So we're going to get into more of those later in this video, so stay tuned, guys. I know I'm not going to have a great deck here for you guys today. We're not going to show you guys any whole decks, but we're going to go with card by card, type by type to hopefully allow you guys to build and construct your own decks that will absolutely crush in this challenge. So hopefully you guys are excited for today's video. If you are, leave a like down below, subscribe, and if you would like to support the channel, of course, you can go ahead and chuck in code DIDDY if you're going to buy a pass. If you're going to continue by buying more gems or something, go ahead and support the channel. But let's get into a couple tips, guys. Let's get after it. So getting into the first section, guys, we're going to be going over win conditions. So win conditions obviously are the things that can defend and also crush your opponent's towers. By defend, I mean the Rocket can shut down pushes, the Electro Giant can absolutely crush on defense, and the Goblin Drill can be used defensively if necessary. But these are 5 cards here that are insanely strong both on attack and defense. Besides the Balloon and RG, obviously those two are just insanely strong on attack. So if you have any of these cards, I'd recommend throw them in your deck. The Electro Giant obviously is extremely viable in the current meta. RG is strong as it is. The Rocket can be awesome if your opponent's tower is weak, or if they give you a lot of value by clumping up a lot of troops together. The Goblin Drill is insanely good, and the Lumberjack when paired with, the Balloon when paired with a Lumberjack can also be extremely strong. So first section here, win conditions. Make sure I want to put all 5 if you have them, but make sure you have at least 1 or 2 great win conditions in your deck so you can get some tower damage going. Next up, we have our card utility, guys. As you can see, we have the Miner in here to distract for stuff. The Fisherman can be awesome when pulling RGs away, or Golems to the King Tower, or Electro Giants to the King Tower, or Hog Riders to the King Tower, guys. Tornado, obviously, if you have the Tornado in there, you're going to want to use it in this challenge. It'll help your deck out a lot because it's just one of those cards that you can use in a lot of situations to benefit you on attack and on defense. Obviously, grouping those cards together for the Royal Delivery or something. The Barbarian Bale can get a lot of value. Snowball is something you do want to see. If you have it, definitely throw it in your card pool here because the Inferno Dragon is super meta. You're going to want to Snowball in your deck. Since you have 18 cards, you might as well use it for sure. And then the Ice Golem can kite things, kind of like the Miner if placed correctly. These 2 cards are really strong, so definitely have some cheap cards in there to use as utility. Next up, we are on the Cycle cards. Now, you want some Cycle cards in your deck, of course, because this is going to be an 18 card deck. You cannot have a super expensive heavy deck. These are the strongest Cycle cards, so if you have any of these bad boys in your deck, you're going to be seeing pretty, guys. If you have both Spirits, I honestly maybe would put both of them in, or at least the Electro Spirit. The Electro Spirit is so strong, guys. You're going to want the Electro Spirit in there. If you have it, definitely toss it in. If you have the Log, go for the Log, of course. Log is extremely meta. The 1-unit Skeletons are actually one of my favorite Cycle cards right now, guys. I'd say they're in second place behind the Electro Spirit, so if you have both of these cards, go toss them in. They're going to make your deck so much faster to cycle, and obviously they're super strong in the current meta. And the Bomber, guys, for 2 Elixir, you get so much value out of them, so these are definitely the top 5 Cycle cards that you can use. So the Log, if the Bomber, if you do include those, that's definitely going to be really helpful in your deck. Next up, we are with the support cards, guys. If you have any 5 of these cards, the Bandit, the Firecracker, I mean, the Bandit's kind of aggressive there. I don't know if it's necessarily a support card, but the Bandit can be great, of course. But yeah, these cards are super strong on defense and then can support your pushes. The Bowler is obviously pretty expensive. If you don't have them, no big deal, but the Mega Minion and the Firecracker, guys, definitely a top 2 support cards there. Definitely include these cards if you'd like to add some support value to your deck. These cards are great on defense and they can obviously help out on attack. Be careful with the Firecracker, of course. She can give your opponent's King Tower activation, so be a little wary of that. But other than that, guys, these cards are going to crush for you. These are some top spells you are going to want to use. The Log is obviously essential. The arrows are awesome. The Lightning and Rocket are also really good because they're going to get you guys a ton of value. When the opponents have such a wide variety of cards in their deck, you're going to want these big spells in here if you have them, guys, so you're going to be able to take them down. Fireball is extremely meta because you can take out those Mother Witches, the Flying Machines, those Zappies, anything of the sort. The Fireball will absolutely take care of. And then the Tornado, like we said earlier, it's just extremely viable in a lot of good situations, so it'll help your deck out for sure, guys. If you have any of these spells, obviously don't include them all, but include a good combination. Maybe a Log and a Rocket and some arrows, maybe a NATO, Lightning, crafting and log, stuff like that. That'll certainly help your deck out and help you get more wins in this tournament. Next up, we have some awesome defensive cards that are going to be absolutely dominating in this challenge. As you can see, we have the Skarmy here. Skeleton Army is really solid because obviously without many skeletons, we'll be able to take out a whole bunch of things. The Valkyrie and Dark Prince, obviously two of the best cards on defense right now in the game. I like the Dark Prince a little more than the Valkyrie, but both of them certainly have their places. The Electro Wizard can stun just about anything. Zappy's same way, guys. The Grayson Fireball bait as well. The Mother Witch is great fireball bait, and she can turn swarms into pushes for you. The Goblin Cage can soak up a whole lot of damage, and he has a good amount of HP to take stuff down. And the Inferno Dragon, guys, can literally zap away pretty much all good things. Another couple cards that could go in here that we didn't really get, didn't have enough room for are Big P.E.K.K.A, Mini P.E.K.K.A. Those two are also awesome for some tank busting or defensive work, so definitely something to consider there. So hopefully going through all these subtopics today has helped you build a better deck, and if you obviously need to rewind the video or ask any questions down below in the comments, I'm willing to help you guys. So thank you all so much for watching today's video. Like I said, just build a deck with all those best cards, and today, if you make a mashup deck of all of those, you should be in great shape. And obviously with the win conditions, we only featured 5. I'm sure there's not going to be as many as that in your pools, so you might have to get creative with it. Definitely throw in like maybe a Skeleton Barrel, a Goblin Barrel if need be. Those cards are also awesome, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. Definitely best of luck to those of you playing in the challenge. So hopefully you guys crush it. Thank you so much for watching. Master Diddy-san, out.